Hello, it is March 10th, 2023, Friday. It's about 20 after 4 in the afternoon, and I gotta tell you, Tesla blew me away today, okay? And this is a difficult thing to understand unless you've been through the experience, okay? So, I'm an investor, and I believe in Tesla, the company, and the business. I truly believe in the business plan and the model. It's just incredible. It's the most incredible business plan and model that I've ever seen or heard about. It's amazing. And with Apple, I'd say that's the only company that comes close to what Tesla's doing right now. So, I'm weighted that way in my investment holdings, right? Not 100%, but like 50, a little bit more than 50, 60, 65, 70% maybe, because it's like I'm in a movie, watching a movie of the good guys against the bad guys. Gone with the Wind, it's like the North and the South, and they tried to, the alluring aspect of the South, and making slavery seem like a musical, or like a movie. Through the eyes of white people. They're displaying this. It's so laughable when you think about it. And if you're black, you laugh and you growl, I'm sure. It's the really unfortunate part. That movie was very popular. Clark Gable and Vivian Leigh and Olivia de Havilland, I think. And all three of them, those three especially, were vaulted into ongoing and successful careers beyond that, but especially Clark Gable and Vivian Leigh, come to think of it. So anyway, if you know the story of Gone with the Wind. Anyway, Tesla today, I mean, if you look at the Yahoo Finance chart of the overall market grid, they've got 15 indices that go from left to right across the top, and they're the S&P, the NASDAQ, the Dow, the S&P, the NASDAQ, then some currencies, I think, what's to the right, silver, gold, anyway, there's 15 of them, and the ones that were in green, there were like six of them in green, and they were commodities mostly, oil, gold, silver, the currency, USD, Japanese yen, and then like two more. It could be, maybe crypto. No, crypto was not in the green today. What am I talking about? So a couple others. So anyway, very much weighted to the downside today. I mean, the market is just like in this horrendous slump. And everybody get there. The fear index now is approaching extreme and supreme and the craziest fear. And people are just like, they're like on the Titanic. And I'll play them a song. Anyway. So, but I have done my due diligence on Tesla, and my fascination and my passion for seeing things that are clearly pointing to the future, to our future, like the NASA program and NASA in the 60s. It's just an amazing thing to see, and tragic, very tragic, with the loss of the three astronauts, Apollo astronauts, Chaffee, White, and Grissom. I'll never forget that stuff. I was following it in detail, and I was just so fascinated. Hey, they're going to space. How can you not get excited about that? Not everybody was, I guess, but I was all the way through it. So anyway, that's innovation. Innovation, and in the 70s, I think it just fell off, at the end of the Vietnam War. I guess people were chilling out, I don't know, no innovation really. except for Apple. I didn't know that Apple actually went into existence since 1976, 77. They had their IPO, I think, in 1980, if I'm not mistaken. It was earlier than I thought it was. I was watching a Steve Jobs thing on YouTube. The source of all information, visual and audio together. And think about Tesla. Okay, so today's performance is just incredible, because right up they were down. It was kind of like the Sixers in the finals in 1983. They were trying to win the fourth game of this four-game sweep of the Lakers in the finals in 1983, and that is an amazing game. It's in the NBA Classic file, which is free on YouTube. If you just pull that one up, finals NBA 1983, it comes up. And Dick Stockton and Bill Russell, who just recently passed away, are the two commentators. They call a great game too. They really call a good game. So it's a joy to watch, and it's free. But this what Tesla did today was like what the Sixers did in that game. Sixers were down for like 90% of that game. They had a little lead, in the first quarter, but they didn't lead at the end of any of the first three quarters. I don't believe they had a small lead like towards the end of the first quarter, and then the Lakers took the lead into the second quarter, and the Lakers took the lead into the third quarter, and I believe the Lakers took the lead into the fourth quarter, but not by much. And then of course the outcome is the Sixers win when they were like down the entire game. They just, at the end of that game, it's just a joy to watch, because it's like this drama that mounts and gets more, more exciting and more improbable or less probable, and it was back and forth until my favorite team of all time just put them away. And putting the Lakers away in a four-game sweep in the finals is as sweet as it gets. The Phillies beating the Dodgers in the playoffs in 2008 is like, and Matt Stairs' home run was a really close second. I mean, that feeling, but that whole run that the Phillies had in 08 was, Victorino. I'm glad I saw him play in person, because he was maybe in my opinion, he's our best fielding center fielder of all time. And everybody will say Gary Maddox. Well, Gary Maddox choked in the playoffs against the Dodgers in 1978 in the worst possible way. Okay, so as good as he is in the regular season, that screw up was so bad at such a bad time. It was like a mental lapse or something. It's like, okay, I don't know. I'm not sure, where his head was. Anyway. So Tesla, with like the 83 Sixers today, they were in the red all day long, and the volume looked like it was going to be short of the average of what did they call it, the 90-day average. The 90-day average on Tesla stock is like it's 180 million, or is it 100? No, it's 184 million. Think of that. At just an average of $180, $190 a share. You're in the 20s of billions of dollars, 20s of billions with a B of dollars of trading in this one equity in one trading day. I think they're blowing everybody away, including Apple. Right? Apple was the closest competitor in that regard. I have to take a look at their daily trading volume, but still. So that's one thing that surprised me when I opened it. I didn't watch them all day. I just decided to check them out after it was over, because today was shaping up to be a bloodbath, and I'm not going to go all in and have the whole day ruined by not watching my portfolio tumble. But hey, guess what? It didn't tumble. You know why? Because at the end of the day, the buyers were all over Tesla, all over it, and it ended up surpassing the 90-day average by 184. I'm talking about daily average. A one trading day average was I believe it was 184, and they traded 186 million shares. If you do that math a little bit, you'll see that's in the 20s of billions of dollars for this one equity. And so that's like the thing that warms my heart. It means they've got incredible support and recognition everywhere, all over the earth now. As a result of what he's done, what he did in Australia was a huge catalyst, and the production that Tesla is doing right now. Well, Volkswagen will tell you it costs them, no, it takes them, time-wise, it takes them 30 hours to make a car, whereas it takes Tesla 10 to 11 hours to make a car. And they're making, like, you know, millions now. It's just a pretty amazing thing. Anyway, so they came through for me today, like in a big, big way. And I don't know, it's just kind of like an epic ride, a roller coaster ride. It doesn't end like Enron. It's not going. You know, Elon Musk, emu. He's the emu. He's Elon. He is Elon. Everybody, you know, you say Elon now, they know, they know, and you know who you're talking about. So I hope you know who you're talking about. So I had to get some props there today because they ended up in the green. It's like I guess I left out the ending of the story. Whereas you just look all over the EV, all over like AI companies, artificial intelligence companies. Although Tesla is an AI company, they're listed in AI. It's like an incredible day. Now who knows? Next week, who knows what's going to happen? But man, I'll tell you what. There were buyers sitting on the sidelines, definitely watching the whole action today. And then right at the end of the day, the last half hour of trading, they all jumped in. It seemed like at the same time. You know, like a bunch of people jumping in a pool at the same time. The more that go, the bigger the splash. One way of looking at that. Anyway. Finger exercises for now.
Stretch these old bones. Snap. I sound like a bowl of Rice Krispies every time I stand up. Snap, crackle,